Hello, and I am Cimone Casson, your cash counselor. So I know many of you are asking, what's a cash counselor? Really simply put, I help individuals like yourself and I uncover your emotional, mental, cultural, and spiritual relationship with money. I actually started off as a makeup artist. I owned a makeup studio for about 15 years where we did services like spa services, facials, massages, what have you. And in 2008, when the downturn happened, we needed to shift our business from services to products, meaning that people weren't coming in so much for facials, but they may still want to take the products home. And even though I was making a lot of revenue coming in on the services, it wasn't enough for me to switch totally and really kind of get the inventory for products. So I went in to try to get a bank loan. Of course, I had no understanding of the banking industry or credit industry at all. And of course, I was denied. And so subsequently, I had to close my makeup studio. But that really kind of struck something with me and made me really passionate about learning how money and credit and investments and just everything kind of works. So I literally kind of went back to school for business finance and worked as a makeup artist for a department store and literally walked across the street and got into the banking industry, where I did that for 5 years and ended up getting licensed and just kind of understanding and learning what finance was. So that information for me is what I'm passionate about sharing with others.
And so talk a little bit about what you share with others. How impactful has it been for you, and how have you been helping other people?
Well, it definitely has changed my life to be able to talk to others about their finances. So for 3 years, I actually interviewed several different cultures, religions, just to find out how they actually dealt with money. When you work in a retail industry or even banking, you actually learn that every culture has a different relationship with money. And then when you funnel that down to every family, every neighborhood, even down to every individual has a certain relationship with money. And it usually contains 4 different parts. And those parts are going to be your emotional relationship, how it makes you feel to spend or to gain. It's going to deal with your mental relationship, what thoughts you have about money, your spiritual relationship, what you're gravitating, and then last but not least, of course, your cultural relationship, how you are culturally geared and your behaviors surround about your relationship with money.
Okay, you got to break this down because I don't understand what you are saying.
Okay.
I don't have an emotional relationship with money. How do you say that?
Okay, well, you know what? I always have someone that tells me that. And so usually what I make them do is what I'll ask them to do is to close your eyes and think of a time when maybe you checked your online. I know I do everything online. You might have checked your online and your online banking, and you ended up having a little bit or a lot of it more money than you thought you should have had. Maybe you got a bonus, maybe your check was more, maybe you got a good contract. How did that make you feel? Usually you're going to say it made you feel happy.
Right.
So your relationship with money is going to be emotional just like it is with your loved ones. It can make you happy, it can make you sad, it can even make you feel not so good or secluded. So those relationships that you have with your money and the emotional connection, those behaviors are going to create a positive or a negative relationship with money. And you can't build wealth with a negative relationship. Right now we're finishing up our website, but to date right now we're actually doing speaking engagements all over where you can have me come out and I'll actually share my tips and tools and break down to you about your relationship with money. We also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page that I would encourage everyone to like and join. You can share your ideas with the Facebook group on how the money journal is actually how you're dealing with money, and you can also get tips and tools on our Facebook page. We have a money journal, which is a 30-day journal. That 30-day journal, you can actually put in your debits, your credits, and your emotions, and then at the end of the night, you'll be able to share with yourself a little love note on whether or not you had a good money day or a bad money day. So just like you, I've attended dozens of financial seminars, leaving them gun-ho and thinking that I'm going to take on all of my money hurdles, only to find myself 30 days later in my original money situation. Well, I don't want that to happen to you anymore. So why don't you join me and the Capital Coalition while we help you step by step by step uncover your relationships with money. I want you to find financial freedom. Let's
shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind.